Hi there. Today I'm going to review When the Lion Feeds by Wilbur Smith. This book appeared in about 1964, I believe, and it is the first in a very long series, which I think stretched to about 17 books, about the Courtney family in South Africa. So the first book, it starts in Natal in 1860, and there are twin brothers, Sean and Garrick, or Gary, and they have very different personalities. Sean is a real outdoors guy, all the usual boyish things, running around, getting into mischief and so on. Whereas Gary is more introverted and likes to read and study and so on. A hunting accident, for which Sean is blamed, takes one of Gary's legs, which is very unfortunate, but it kind of binds the two brothers together in a way, until later events put them at real odds, and they become actual enemies as the plot unfolds. The excuse me, the Zulu War is breaking out, Chelmsford campaign and so on, and the local men form into commandos to go and fight. And Sean links up with an actual Zulu lad called Bajani, who is very adept at tracking, bushcraft, and at fighting with the stabbing spear, and he becomes kind of Sean's tracker. And there is a section of the book which involves the Battle of Islandawana, which Sean's father is killed. Anyway, Sean goes off to find his fortune, and he links up with a chap that he meets in a bar fight called Duff Charliewood. And together, Duff persuades him that going up to the Rand, to Joburg, which is becoming a town, is the way to find the fortune. And off they go, and they want to start looking for gold. There is a syndicate running the mines, and it's very difficult to break in, but they do have some success. But they also have catastrophic failure, and really Sean, or they go back into the bush and decide to hunt for ivory, elephant ivory, and there's a lot of hunting, and eventually Sean meets up with an Afrikaner family, and settles down. Well, doesn't settle down. He links up with the daughter, and they have a son. There's a lot of themes in the book, and it was very controversial in South Africa under apartheid, particularly the relationship between Sean Courtney and Jabani, who was portrayed in a very enlightening way, and this annoyed a lot of the government people at the time. Obviously nowadays it's viewed a lot in a different light, a lot more sympathetically, and it just reads as a really good book. But a lot of, when I read it at first, it really gave me a lot of insight into South Africa, into hunting, into the Zulu culture, the Afrikaner culture, and so on, and the history of of both Natal and of the Rand. And I found it very, very interesting from that point of view. It's a cracking read. As I say, it goes on. The Sound of Thunder is the follow-up, and you'd want to read that almost straight away after reading the first book, and then it goes into a whole series. You get the First World War and all sorts of different themes come into it. But Wilbur Smith can certainly write. He's still at it, still writing, and most of his books are centered on Africa, but he does expand out into other areas. And he got me hooked with this book right from the start.